y'all, I'm Craig Wayne Boyd, and you are watching The Spiel.
I'm here today, and all I hear is how I'm chasing crazy dreams. They'll sing, 'cause I've got perfect songs and melodies just waiting to come out of me, and you'll sing along like, oh, whoa. Fancy words, clever lines, and tales that take you back in time, and you'll sing along like, oh, whoa, and they'll know. Everyone will know. They should have believed in me.
Gonna believe, baby.
You're watching The Spiel.
Hey, it's The Spiel coming to you live from Nashville, Tennessee. CMA Fest 2015. It's a scorcher.
We're live right now. I mean, the show's not going to be live when we air it.
No,
we are live.
We are live right now.
We are live. And you know what? It's alive with action. It's alive with entertainment. Where else can you go in the world and just around every corner see a major star?
And that's what you're talking about, the world. People from all over the world come to CMA Fest, which used to be Fanfare many years ago.
Yeah, you know, and we were talking about last night how our reporting style has changed.
Yes.
You know, we were for many years tasked with coming here, reporting on the facts, you know, how many people are in attendance. You know, yesterday our big story was, have you ever really noticed how filthy the porta potties are? And when you're trying to, you never want to sit on a porta potty. You know, you kind of want to.
No, that's something I think we all know.
Yeah. Oh, well,
that's universal.
don't sit your kid on it.
Oh,
you know,
gosh,
you gotta
no.
hold them up.
Yeah.
I mean, stay off there because it's just not. It's not good. So anyway, I noticed yesterday when you're trying to stay up and it's a small quarters and you're turning, and what's right there? Right there.
The urinal.
The urinal.
You know what? Here's what I'm thinking. Porta potties, Johnny on the spot people,
Yeah,
please.
yeah. Ring the
Don't
hole.
put the urinals
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Guys can hit that other one.
The big hole.
They
the
should
big
be
hole.
able to.
They can. You know what else we did differently is we get those young whippersnappers all the time. Those good-looking country singers, those beautiful, you know, women. You got
Tight jeans.
Oh yeah, your Carrie Underwoods. I mean, listen, we can get those anytime, right? We hang out with them, or at least we're attempting. They haven't returned our calls yet. But we wanted something different this time.
We really did. You know, the legends are passing away daily. I mean, we're getting to the age to where we're losing some great ones.
Yeah, we interviewed those that are still alive, and they're happy to be alive.
They're very happy.
They have shared some bouts with health and
Yes.
accidents, but you know what? They're alive, they're well, and I love this. It was a resounding comment. They just want to take their music to the people.
That's right. You know, the Branson people, they're moving out. A lot of them are
Yeah.
going away. A lot of the newer stars are coming in.
Yeah.
The brothers and sister teams of the Missouri area are taking over Branson. But your Ray Stevens, your Mickey Gilley,
Oh, yeah.
your
T.
Johnny
Graham Brown.
Lees, your T. Graham Browns, they're going back on the road.
Oh, they are. They are. Some of them never left. I mean, imagine that. You've been working all these years, and you need to appreciate the craft because, boy, it is so different when you compare modern day and the way those
Absolutely.
guys and gals had to do it way back when, you know.
Absolutely.
I mean, yesterday you thoroughly enjoyed it at the riverfront. You had good old Tanya Tucker
Tanya
right there.
Tucker right here, you know. She's been coming to Fanfare/CMA Fest for many, many years. She's looking a little different, but you know, it's been years since she started out.
That's right. Hey, here's what we want you to do. We want you to buckle up because, look, we've been busy for you. We've been here inspecting the porta potties, the restaurants, the talents, the venues, the food. You still want to talk to the people. You want to take it to the people.
Yes, I want to find out where they're from, what was the highlight in their visit, and if they're coming back next year.
All right, so buckle up. It's going to be a good one. We'll be right back.
in a movie, you got 2 hours to tell the story. In a song, you got about 2.5, 3 minutes.
That's right.
You're watching The Spiel.
The Spiel in Nashville, Tennessee. We're on the road, and I tell you what, you just bump into some really cool people when you travel, don't you?
You know, if I'm going to bump into anyone, I want it to be Mickey Gilley.
Oh,
Welcome
Mickey
to
Gilley.
the show.
Wow.
Oh, thanks for having me on your show.
Yeah, you know, look, you're one of those talents year after year and generation after generation. What do you accredit the longevity to?
Well, you know, I struggled 17 years in the music business. At the time, I didn't realize it. I was doing a tribute to my cousin, Gilley Lewis.
Sure.
I could do all this music, you know. When he hit with a whole lot of shaking back in the 50s, I was working in a construction job doing $1.25 an hour. And I decided when I saw that he was doing so well in the music industry, I would try to follow him. Big mistake. I should have followed Reverend Swaggart.
Oh. Another cousin. You can go
cousin.
one way or the other. That's you got the devil and the angel on your shoulder, right?
Because if I wanted to make money, I would have followed Reverend Jimmy Swaggart, you know,
you go,
because he made more money than me and Gilley put together.
Isn't that something? Those ladies watching that television, they'll send.
Well, in 1971, my life changed when I went into business with a guy and we opened up Gilley's in Pasadena, Texas.
Boy, did it.
Oh, boy.
And, you know, sort of fate laid its hand on my shoulder because I got a little local TV show in the Houston market. Started doing this little TV show. And I walked in the club one night, I think it was 1972, 73, somewhere in that area. And the lady had the jukebox in Gilley's. She said, "Today on your show you did my favorite song." And I said, "What was it?" She said, "She Called Me Baby All Night Long." I said, "Yep, sure did." I said, "That's a Harlan Howard tune." She said, "I know." She said, "I'm in the jukebox business." She said, "I'd like for you to record that for me." I said, "What in the world for?" She said, "I got 300 jukeboxes. I'm going to put it on every one of them." And I said, "Ma'am, get Harlan Howard's version of it." I said, "I hadn't made a record now in the last 3 or 4 years." I said, "When I made them, I couldn't sell them, so it's no point in me, you know, messing around in the industry anymore. You know, everybody compared me to my cousin, Gilley, and I said, they've got one Gilley Lewis, they don't need another one." She said, "Just make that record for me, and I'm going to put it on the jukebox to be good for you in the club." Well, the local TV show was doing fairly well. I went in the studio to record She Called Me Baby, and as fate would have it, I picked Room Full of Roses for the flip side.
Wow.
It was my first #1 record. And it almost didn't get recorded because I made arpeggio down the piano and started into it. Got about 35 or 40 seconds into the song, and I stopped, and the bass guitar player on the recording session looked over at me and he says, "What'd you quit for?" I said, "I don't think I'll do this song. It's going to sound too much like my cousin, Gilley Lewis." He said, "Who cares? Nobody's ever going to hear it." And that's how it started, because when Room Full of Roses went #1 in the nation, which almost didn't happen for me, because when I came to Nashville, everybody turned it down. They knew I had a club, and they knew I had a local TV show, and they knew I'd been struggling 17 years, and they knew I was a cousin, Gilley Lewis. They didn't need another Gilley Lewis and that type of thing. And so they wasn't interested in Mickey Gilley, you know. And when I brought it up here, everybody looked at it and said, "Nah." And just so happens a friend of mine by the name of Eddie Kilroy, I called him. He was doing promotional work here in Nashville. And he said, "What are you doing in Nashville?" I said, "I brought this song Room Full of Roses up, and I can't get it you know, released nationally. It was on a local label in the Houston market." He said, "I got a company that'll take it." And I said, "Who?" And he said, "Playboy Records." And I screamed at him on the phone. I said, "Are you kidding me? Hugh Hefner's got a record label." We jumped on the plane, went to Los Angeles, and they signed me up, and the record came out. It was all the way to #1. 2 days later, I'm signed to his agency, and 2 weeks later, I'm opening shows for Conway Loretta on the road. That's how my career got started.
That's how it happens, isn't it? You know, you've got this other little-known hit that I think people still say today, the girls get prettier at closing time.
They do, because they do.
I did that last night. I did that on the Opry, and I made this statement. I said, "Folks," I said, "this is the national anthem of every honky-tonk in the world."
Oh, I love it.
Because it is a fact, the girls definitely get better looking at closing time. And, of course, I know the guys look better to the girls at closing time, too.
That's it,
you know?
that's it.
I enjoy the music more than anything else. And I've got a theater in Branson, Missouri. I tried 3 restaurants, and I went broke in all 3 of them, so I got out of the restaurant business, but I still have my theater, and I'm going to stick to singing.
You talked about hitting the road again. How many dates are you wanting to do a year? Just
Well, I told my agent, Al Embry, I said, "You know what?" I said, "You book it, I'll play it." I enjoy the music industry. You know, I enjoy playing. That's my life.
Yeah. I love it when you sat down, you said, you know what, hang on a second, let me put my rings on so you'll recognize me. Are there stories behind those?
Absolutely.
Okay.
When we opened Gilley's in 1971, and of course in 1974 when Roomful of Roses went #1 for me, I casually looked over to my business partner I was, I had the club with.
Sure.
And I said, I had a #1 song. I said, what do you want to give me for my first #1 record? He said, what do you want? I said, I want a Lincoln Continental. He said, come to the office. He signed a blank check for me, and I went and bought me a Lincoln Continental.
Stop it.
Wow.
That's fantastic.
And then it went on right down the line, He started giving me,
Diamonds?
Diamonds.
You're like, I'll take diamonds.
Which one was the first you got?
Well, I don't remember now. 'Cause
It's only been a couple of years ago.
Yeah. These stories are fantastic, and you speak with such passion about all of them. In your heart of hearts, what's your biggest success, your biggest moment? Where was that for you?
to get to perform in front of the two presidents was quite rewarding.
Pretty cool. You've had many incredible hits. If you had to choose one, they're all your babies, I know. But if you had to choose the one, which is your favorite?
Well, if I had to pick one song that I feel like is one of my favorite recordings that I made in the 80s, it would have to be "That's All That Matters to Me," written by the late and great Hank Cochran. That's one of my favorite songs I did, and I go back and listen to it, and I said, you know what, I don't think I could improve it any more if I tried today, you know.
You have such power for a moment before an audience. You can speak to them in so many ways through song. What does the music mean for you?
Music means to me, when I listen to certain songs that have been written, it's about what you can relate to. You know, if you listen to, I had somebody request one day, hey, can you play "That's All That Matters to Me" for our anniversary? And I said, well, was y'all married to somebody else before then? You know, I said, because it's not a good song for an anniversary song.
Sure,
Because
that's
it
right.
starts off, I know I'm not your first love, you know.
Right.
There's been others before me. I'm thinking, you know, but that's the one they wanted to hear, you know. I said, "Stand By Me" is more appropriate, you know, than that particular song. But, you know, you get requests for things. And I listen to a song in country, and if it's got a message to it, and you think about it, you got... in a movie, you got 2 hours to tell the story. And in a song, you got about 2.5, 3 minutes.
That's right. Well, we're getting near the end of the interview here, and we like to begin to have a little bit of fun with people. Julie, you want to do your...
Fast four, are you ready?
What now?
Fast
He goes,
four.
whoa, let's slow down.
Fast.
Let's slow down.
This is, I'm going to shoot some things at you, and this is your opinion only, okay?
Okay.
Chinese or Mexican?
Both.
Both.
I love both. I love, of course, I eat more Mexican food than I do Chinese food because there's not that many restaurants around in my neighborhood that's more Mexican food.
I know this is going to be very hard for you. Strait or Jones? George Jones, George Strait?
There'll never be another George Jones.
Amen.
He's my favorite of all times. And I love George too. And I'm glad George is out there because he's keeping it country.
Right, right.
Boxers or briefs?
Well, I wear boxers right now. I'm not wearing anything at all. Whether you know this or not, I'm naked under this table. Don't peek here. I just got this blue coat on.
Don't peek, don't peek. You got one more? Was that 4?
Oh, that was 3.
3? You got one more.
One more. What do we ask?
Blondes, brunettes, redheads.
redheads.
Wait. I don't think he has a preference. Right?
And let me put it like this: if God made anything better than a woman, He kept it for Himself. So that's how I feel about it.
That's a song. What?
Let's write that.
You write it, I'll sing it.
That'd be good. That'd be
Now,
good.
now I'm a little bit too old to record anymore, but anyway.
No, you're not.
We need some little nugget, because I'm looking at all these nuggets of diamonds here, just some little thing that perhaps no one would know about Mickey Gilley that you could share. Give it to us, that exclusive, that little bit of something.
Wow, that's a good question.
It is. Hey, it could be
That
anything.
is a good
That
question.
you never told before.
Yes.
Wow.
Come on.
I never thought that the social media would come along and I would be exposed out there, you know, everybody, the way things are. I will tell you that I'm very happy that we got that because I have a Facebook page, Mickey Gilley's personal update page. I don't know whether you know that or not.
Very good. Very good.
I'm on Twitter.
That's awesome.
You tweet?
Mickey Gilley Tweeter one.
Wow.
Tweety or what you got to call
Tweety
it?
one. Tweet. He's
Tweety.
tweeting.
Mickey Gilley 1.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
It's been an honor and a pleasure. Thanks for having me on your show.
Absolute joy. Thank
And
you so
thank you.
much.
It's
We'll
been
be
great.
right back.
We love making new friends. Visit us online at facebook.com/SpielOn.
I can truly say the relationship needs to matter.
It's not just the loan, it's adding value.
We are passionate about our customers and we want to take an active part in their life.
Good relationships is the sound basis. It's earned and over time.
Whatever it takes to satisfy that customer. It's not just a loan, it's a relationship.
The Spiel, Saturdays at 11 on Fox 23.
Listen, we told you we were going to take it to the people. That's what we've done. Juli managed to find some gals near and dear to my heart from New England. I, too, lived in Boston for a stint. It was awesome. But first, hey, I got to say something. This lady right here just took care of me outside of Tequila Cowboy. Look, when you're doing these little ads and stuff, you got to look cute. And she said, hey, try these glasses on. And oh, thank you so much. But you know what? That's what's so cool about this, Juli. Everybody's so nice. Everybody's into the atmosphere, what's going on. And I don't want to leave, really. It's kind of the end.
I don't either. First of all, let's talk to these girls here. First time in Nashville, Tennessee?
This is my second.
Your second?
My first time.
And you're from Boston, right?
Boston, yeah.
Where did you park your car?
I don't park my car in Harvard Yard because you get towed if you park your car in Harvard Yard.
Tell us about the heat, because you've not had this up there.
No, this has been like the first consecutive 90-degree days that we've had in since last summer. So it's been a lot to handle, but we've been drinking water, coping with it.
Your first CMA trip, will it be your last?
Oh, absolutely not. This has been a blast.
What's been the highlight?
I think last night was awesome. It was really cool to see all the artists last night. Tonight we're really excited for Brad Paisley, our church. It's going to be so fun.
Have you got to meet anybody yet? Get an autograph?
No, we saw Jana Kramer 2 days ago. I believe it's at the Bridgestone Arena. So we saw her for a minute and got some pictures. But I think that's about it.
Yeah, not too many celebrity sightings, but we're not done yet. So
yeah, here till tomorrow night.
You want to shout out to your peeps?
I got a shout out to my girls that are here with us in Boston. We love Nashville. We love country music up in Boston. We just are so happy to be here. It's so fun.
Can't wait to come back.
Awesome. That's good. You know what? I guess we have more peeps to find.
We do.
Yeah, the U.S. Hey, the U.S. is a big place, but we just ran into a guy from Norway.
Norway. I guess I ran him off. He was sitting next to us.
You did. I thought we were
eating,
an interview,
and then he was gone.
Yeah. Well, we took too long. That third cheeseburger. He's like, I'm not waiting. I am not waiting, ladies. But anyway, we're gonna again find some more folks because, as you can see, there's an abundance around here. So we'll be right back.
For more than a century, Farmer State Bank has been finding ways to serve you better, from loan decisions that are made locally by people you know and trust, to our commitment as a full-service community bank. Now with a second location open in Marion, Farmer State Bank has 4 locations for your convenience. Stop in and let us show you how no one serves you better. Farmer State Bank.
The Spiel coming to you from Nashville. It's interesting. We were sitting here talking with Ronnie McDowell, and both Juli and I remember seeing him years and years ago. I actually ran into you the first time at a festival in Alabama, Montgomery, Alabama, the Hank Williams Day or Senior Day, right?
Yep, Hank Williams.
You said about 20 years ago.
Yeah, and Hank Williams, by the way, is my hero. I told George Jones 2 weeks before he passed, I painted a picture for George that he asked me to paint of him getting a DUI on his lawnmower. And he called me up 2 weeks before he died, and he said, "Hey, Ronnie, I'm coming and getting 800 of those paintings tomorrow." Wow. And he did. He said, "I'm going on tour," but he didn't get to go on tour.
Right.
And I told him, I said, "George, there's something I've been wanting to tell you for 40 years, and I've never told you." And he said, "What's that, son?" I said, "Well, there's 4 singers in my book, and then there's everybody else." He said, "Who's that?" I said, "Hank Williams, George Jones, Elvis, and Conway. Then there's everybody else." He said, "Well, that's good company you got me in." He said, "You know who my hero is, don't you?" And I said, "Of course, I know everything about you, Hank Williams."
Oh,
wow.
So Hank is mine, too.
Yeah. See, I didn't know that about George Jones or you.
The one title that everybody holds on to is the older women make beautiful lovers. Yeah, we've got to know more about that.
Well, a friend of mine, Jamie O'Hara, who used to be one half of the O'Kanes, if you remember them, Jamie had written Wandering Eyes for me. That was first thing I recorded for him, which was a #2 record. So he came up to me. I was going to do a session, and he said, Ronnie, you got to do this song. I'm telling you, older women. I said, Jamie, I just don't think women want to be known as older women. I think it's detrimental to their egos.
So then you put the word beautiful in there to maybe soften the blow.
Well, no, he already had that.
Okay.
But he said, listen to me. He said, my girlfriend is 38 and I'm 30 and I know what I'm talking about.
Right.
I have been to Cesar more than twice, believe it or not. Yes. And I always enjoy that because it's outside and everybody's just in the best mood. And the last 2 times that I played it, the weather was beautiful and just people just come out of the woodwork
They do.
there.
And it's so funny there. They put their lawn chairs out, you know, their lawn chairs in front of the
Right.
stage a week before.
Right.
A week before. Also, too, Southern Illinois has an incredible a cappella group called Blend, and I think you're working with the fellows a little bit.
I am. Blend is on my new album. I'm going to dance with the ones that brought me. As a matter of fact, they did all the backgrounds for the album. Yeah.
Wow.
Talk about your other talent. Talk about the art, and I hear the relationship with Disney. Talk more about that as well.
Well, you know, me and my youngest son, Tyler, and one of my daughters, Athena, she asked me to do a painting for Disney, and I told her, I said, they have the best artist in the world. Why would they want me? And she said, Daddy, just do one. So me and Tyler, my youngest son, we were just kind of hashing it out, I think at Chili's or something like that. And he said, well, I got an idea. He said, how about Walt getting on a train to go to California to become what he was? So we painted that. And my daughter sent it to California, and they gave me a 5-year contract in 2 weeks.
Stop.
Wow.
Yeah. See, when I do these paintings, I never know the journey they're going to take.
Yeah.
I painted Elvis at 10 years old, looking in the mirror in the little house he was born in, seeing his 1956 coolest dude on the planet, looking back at his 10-year-old self like, you really sure we want to get into this?
Oh,
And so anyway, that painting now hangs there where he was born. It also hangs at the Audubon house that he lived in before Graceland, over the fireplace where that gold lame suit picture that we all know was taken. That painting is there. So I never know where these paintings are going to wind up.
A look at your career now, what would you say looking back, not necessarily focusing on the future right now, but looking back, the high point, the most successful time for you?
I think a lot pretty much every day about being on the road with Conway for 7 years. I opened up his shows, and back then I was real young, and I think I kind of took it for granted, and I thought that was going to last forever. I thought me and Conway would be out there when we was 80 doing that, you know. Of course, he died at 59, and I thought he was old when he died. He was really young.
Yeah.
Conway Twitty in 1979 was like the biggest thing in the world. He was huge. He would sell out the Omni in Atlanta, Rupp Arena. I mean, Conway was Garth Brooks back then.
Yeah, exactly.
He was huge. So for me to be with him in front of 20,000 people, it was just unbelievable.
Was it with just him, or did you ever do a Loretta Conway show?
No, we did all of that. George Strait, whoever had a hit record, Conway would put them on the show with us. George Strait, Randy Travis, John Conley, all the up and coming people. Conway knew what he was doing, you know, but he always kept me with him, and he was like my dad. I mean, he would jump my butt. I mean, if he felt like I was not doing what I was supposed, I never will forget, he called me on his bus and he said, you are not a comedian. All you got to do is stand there and sing them songs. And I said, Conway, and I talked to him like I'm talking to y'all. I said, you've had 40-something #1 records. I've had 2. I got to dazzle them somehow.
I got to do something. Absolutely. You know, what is it that you want, just this is a platform for you to speak directly to the fans. What is it that you would want them to know about you that maybe they don't?
That I'm 65 and that I rollerblade.
Nice.
And that I'm 65 and I do P90X.
Hey, there you go.
Wow.
There you go.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's awesome.
I'm into my 3rd month, and I've done it before for 3 months, and I kind of slacked up, and if you do that at my young age, the definition leaves real quick. So you got to keep it up.
How about the Fun Four? Are you ready for the Fun Four?
Sure.
Here we go. And I think we're going to know the answers to this too.
Yes.
Okay.
Jones or Haggard?
Well, I mean, that's simple. Jones.
Chinese or Mexican?
Mexican.
Okay. How about boxers or briefs?
I hate boxers.
Okay. All right. They're just too airy, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, I like something that, well, I'm not, something that kind of lifts you up.
Holds you there. Okay. We talked about gravity, the effects of that. That's right. Okay.
And we'd like to end with redheads or blondes. Careful.
Redheads, blondes, brunettes.
I love it. You were a delight. Thank you very much.
Hey, so are you. Hey, y'all do a good job. Thank you.
We'll be right back.
We get a lot of people who say, you know, country music was not my favorite, but I love this museum.
At John A. Logan College, we make your future our priority number one.
Because we're teaching tomorrow's technology today.
And we don't take that responsibility lightly.
We get to know our students really well. I know our students become like a family.
Discover an education that is all about you. Discover your future. John A. Logan College, where it's all about you. Registration for fall is now underway.
It's June and it's Dairy Month. Hi, it's Chef Rob, chef for Prairie Farms Dairy, back in the kitchen. Today we'll be introducing our new line of Chef Splendor premium milks. Sea salt caramel, vanilla chai latte, and dark chocolate truffle. We'll be making a cocktail featuring our sea salt caramel milk called a caramel salty dog. For this, it's a very easy recipe that we'll make up in a pitcher. You need a little bit of ice, about half a cup, into our pitcher, and about 2 cups of Chef Splendor sea salt caramel reduced fat milk. And we need to sharpen it up a little bit with a couple ounces of creme de coco, and a couple ounces of our old friend from Pumpkin Spice Hot Chocolate, our whipped cream vodka. Give that a quick little swizzle. It's our strainer into some really fun glasses. A little garnish, one of these paprakis, and there you have it, our sea salt caramel salty dog. Want to impress your guests? Look for Prairie Farms Chef Splendor premium milks available this summer.
As part of June Dairy Month, we are kicking off Get Real and Give Back. Visit prairiefarms.com to see more of Chef Rob's recipes, enter our sweepstakes, and find out how to give back towards your communities and your local food banks.
I love this place. My wife and I have been longtime members here, and that gave me an acquaintance with what's here.
So a longtime country music fan.
A music fan in general. One of the things I think you all notice about our museum is the fact that it's the Country Music Hall of Fame, but genres are really not the important thing here.
That's true. Right.
We tend to concentrate on the fact that it's American music. So if y'all will follow me. Now, the first time I did this place, I'm pretty much a self-described music geek. This place is like Candyland to me. The memorabilia is not just musical, it's going to show folks how they got into the music business, first of all, and then in addition to the music business, their personal interests. In Kenny Rogers' case, photography and charity work. This is going to sum up really the whole mission of this museum here, I think. This picture here sort of symbolizes the way we look at this here. This music began, people coming over here, they played it on their porches after a hard day's work. And this is where it gets really interesting because there's a lot of factors here that's going to all come together. You have radio, which started out local, kind of broadcast short distances. All of a sudden, these songs that this gentleman was singing on his front porch are being broadcast.
Nice.
And as radio picked up distance and that, these songs really did acquire legs of their own and travel. And that's sort of what you're going to see here. Jimmie Rodgers, arguably the first country music superstar. The Carter family, the first country superstar group.
Yes.
Yeah, and so this, there's a lot of factors coming in here to get to where we are now. We're going to see some stylistic innovations here, jazz, blues. Now we're getting into the honky-tonk era, the jukebox. You know, now people are dancing to this in bar rooms. I couldn't find a place to park. I just had to stop here. I apologize. No, this is Mr. Webb Pierce's 62 Pontiac Bonneville here. He was not an introvert. I can honestly say that.
That's cool.
This is Elvis Presley's gold Cadillac.
Oh, wow.
Sort of the epitome of showmanship, I would say.
Wow.
What we have over here, we have a video presentation that outlines the history of country music television. This is our precious jewels section. Basically, these are some of the most iconic instruments in this music, from Hank Williams' Martin D28. This is one of the areas where people stop and just kind of get almost quiet, because these are the instruments without which this place probably wouldn't exist.
There you go.
A lot of times it's the families that will donate them, because we can keep them obviously safely and in a way that preserves them. Now folks, we're entering the 1960s through the present day era here on the second floor. This is something we're very proud of. This is our new Bob Dylan, Johnny Cash, and the Nashville Cats exhibit. As we stroll through here, I'll tell you, this is so important, and this is one of my favorites, because this is the era that got me personally into music. These folks here really opened up this town to everybody from George Harrison, Paul McCartney, who McCartney recorded here in '74.
Wow.
Yeah, by the time people get out of here, they've, I think, acquired a new appreciation for how much great music came out of here. You know, the country rock era in the early '70s, these guys, Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, did an album called Will the Circle Be Unbroken in 1970. That was another thing that opened this place up. It was actually the first time I ever heard Roy Acuff, was when I bought this album in 1970. So I love these guys. Graham Parsons, who was a member of the Byrds briefly and then went off on his own, discovered Emmylou Harris. Over here on the other side, we have a great spotlight exhibit on Luke Bryan. He's one of the newer artists. And that kind of ties everything together here. This is one of the first things that really grabbed me on my first visit here to the Country Music Hall of Fame. So tied in with this, you can't separate it. And when you come here, you're not just, we get a lot of people who say, you know, country music was not my favorite, but I love this museum. And a lot of credit is due to our director, Kyle Young, and our archivists and historians, because the whole purpose of this is to tie in the fact that this is American music, this is American culture. Any country that loses sight of its art and music is in serious trouble, and
You did a
we
great
want to protect
job.
that.
I want to come back and spend a whole day there.
Yes,
with
I
you
missed a lot.
do that. It's, you know, I learn something every day here. And it's not always just music.
Thank you.
Well, you're
Appreciate
welcome.
Boxers or briefs?
It's a girl.
They still have
On
to wear
guys, on guys.
How,
what do you like? What do you like on guys?
That's what I meant.
My dad came here in the early 50s and started. My name's John Smith. My brother Terry and I have Smith Dairy Farm, and we're producers of milk for Prairie Farms Dairy. We're outside at 4:30 in the morning. Cows need fed 365 days a year, and you learn the mannerisms of each animal. You learn who they are. Prairie Farms, they depend on us to be finished milking at a time when the truck's going to come to get the milk. We're all one big team.
Proudly farmer-owned.
It's part of what we've been raised to do.
Prairie Farms.
We're wanting our programs to be the premier program in the country. I spent about 27 years in transportation. It's all about the movement of goods and services in a supply chain. Logistics is one of those items that kind of fits into all industry. Air, marine, trucking, rail. We have students from all over the country. You know, it's one of those career fields that has a lot of opportunity regardless of what you specialize in. There's no reason not to do it.
And you're watching the Spiel. We are backstage at the Wild Horse Saloon.
That's right, CMA Week 2015, and look who we ran into.
Surprise.
That's
Hi,
right.
guys.
How are
Here
you?
she
Good.
is.
How are you?
We're so excited to see you. I have followed your career since Can You Duet?
Thank you.
And Mama Judd was like singing your praises, and I was at home on the couch doing the same thing.
Thank you so much.
You are rocking it.
So you've had a long career. One would ask, how did you decide you're going to do this crazy thing, The Voice?
You know what? I had recently split up with my band, Steel Magnolia, and I was really just doing my own stuff independently. And I got a call. They seek out talent for the show, and so they called me and asked me if I would be interested. And I had never even really thought about it, to be honest. I watched the show before, and I'm like, I love the show a lot. And I was like, I think I could do that,
Do you think you could do it?
Yeah, I'm like, I think I could do that.
You knew you could do it.
Yeah.
My husband saw you and was like, oh my gosh, that's your winner right there.
Thank you.
Well, here's the thing with that show, and I said it all along. My 10-year-old son's in there, and he goes, Sawyer, Mom, Sawyer's going to be... Because when you've got that age group that they stay on that phone, and they vote, and they tweet, and they like, and they... You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
But he was adorable.
And he was so talented. He's only 16, so he became like my little brother on the show. We're all so close, and I think just to get to the top 4 is a huge accomplishment. So
what's this? Oh my God, it's a huge accomplishment. And you know what? Just to be reintroduced to you and to some of those performances. Was it the night of the red dress or?
Yeah.
Girl, I'm at home with the Goosies.
Dress.
Was it gospel too? Did you do gospel
I
that
did
night?
Amazing Grace. Yeah.
Oh, forget it.
Thank you.
Did you know when at the end of that performance you felt it? You're like, this was a
Oh
good
man,
one.
you know what's so funny because people don't know. Like I had in-ears in for my monitors, and there was this like high pitched like sound going on the whole time I was singing the song. So I had to really fight through that. I was like, okay. I'm like, okay. Hopefully that's not happening out there or on television.
Exactly.
And I just did it. I just kept going, and I'm just glad it worked out.
On the last note, did you think in your gut, I nailed it, thank you, Lord, because you did.
Yeah, I felt good. I felt good about it, yeah.
Minus the humming in the ear.
Yeah, minus that.
Now
felt good.
Now the humming in the ear was the applause.
Yeah. Blake and Adam are hilarious, and Blake's he's just cool. Do you have a lot of interaction there, or can you?
Yeah, we definitely do, and I think, Blake goes above and beyond. He's a really great coach, and I think he likes to hang out, and Pharrell is like that too. He really comes in and hangs out with all of us. We have chats, he talks to us and stuff. So it's awesome. Really good.
So
experience.
Where do you go now? What are you doing? Tell us.
I'm recording a new record. I've been in the studio and writing new music. I have a new single that'll be out soon.
Good.
And then I'm definitely going to drop an EP right after that. So.
Can you give us a little sample of that
song? I don't know. There's the new one that I'm thinking will probably be the song is called Believer.
Awesome.
Yeah, I've been writing all my own stuff and collaborating, and Tyler Kane is producing the record, and he's amazing, and my friend Julie and I have been writing songs. So it's like I really like to have my friends around me and work with people that I like. So
are you going to release in what genre?
It's more of a soulful pop record. It's a little bit different, but I feel like the songs are really true to who I am, and just the production has really changed. Other than that, I feel like I'm singing the same way I always have.
Would you do anything differently in your career, or you like the path that you're on and where you've been?
Oh man, you know what? I think it definitely could have been easier.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't. I think everything I've been through has made me. I definitely feel like I've been through a lot, and I'm a fighter, and I've come out on. I've really come out on the other side of some big things. I think that really resonates with people, and the songs that I'm writing really speak to that, and that's really my message, is to empower women.
At this point in your life, what is the high point? What is the one you're like, you think about all the time and went, wow, how am I going to get over that one?
I think this whole experience with the show and just having come through everything that I've been through and coming out on my own as a solo artist and as a woman and to come in second place on that show is such a big deal. And I did that, I did that myself. And so I feel like I felt really good about that.
Yeah. You keep saying that, I did that myself. Did you ever at one point in your life have doubts about myself?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Especially coming out of the Steel Magnolia stuff, leaving my record label and all of that. I feel like that was really hard. So I think it's nice
I
to...
never had downts.
Well, thank you.
Meghan, I never had doubts.
I'm glad you did.
I'm glad you didn't. She said that was easy for you to say.
Yeah, I didn't.
We watch these shows, and it's really amazing what it's done to people's careers and such. Mm-hmm. It just seems like, I don't know if it's the producer that you might pick or the publicist or whatever. It's like, how come some seem to just, and then others,
I think it's about your team and who you surround yourself with, and I think the good thing for me is I've been in town for 11 years and I've
Yeah.
had a record deal, so kind of know, I think, the business a little bit. And I think a lot of people come on the show and they just don't know what to do
Sure,
next, you
sure.
know? I feel like I'm well equipped at this
Good.
point.
And I could see you were, of all of them, the most confident. I mean, you weren't as nervous. You probably were, but you didn't seem
Always
as
nervous.
as a lot of the ones.
I've just learned to pretend.
Well, you pretend well, and right
Thank
now we
you.
want to throw you into the fun four.
Okay.
Ready?
I'm excited.
Fun four. Ready?
Okay.
Chinese or Mexican?
Oh, that's hard. That's not fun. That's hard. Oh man, I love food. I don't know. Mexican probably.
Okay. Boxers or briefs? It's a girl. They still have
On
to wear
guys. On guys. How, what do you like? What do you like on guys?
That's what I meant.
Boxer briefs.
Oh, good
those are
choice.
snuggy
You know what I'm
jeans.
saying?
I know what you're saying.
Good choice. Oh, Matt back there goes, oh, I
he's
happen to be
smiling.
wearing some of those now.
Haggard or Jones?
Ooh, that's hard too.
Isn't that hard?
Oh, that's not even fair. I'd say both.
Oh, that's okay.
I'm
This
going
is
with
you.
both.
Okay. And mountains or the beach?
Oh,
That's hard too.
that's hard too, but the beach.
The beach.
The beach for me.
All right. One thing that perhaps you haven't shared with anyone, because we
Ooh.
like to spiel a secret or two.
I talk
so.
too much. I don't know.
Just give us
Just a
something
little
you've never
nugget that
blurted
maybe
out
nobody
before.
knows.
Oh my gosh, you guys, that's so hard.
That is hard.
Everything's hard for you today.
She's like, that's hard. You know what
It's
that is? That's a diversionary tactic. She goes, that's hard. Let me
hard.
think.
You guys are good interviewers. That's what that is. Oh man, I don't know. I tell everything. That's the problem. I have a big mouth.
You're an open book.
I'm an open book.
I know what it is.
What?
I bet you're a rebel and you eat ketchup on your corn dog, huh?
Ketchup?
Instead of mustard?
I really do mustard.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew that.
I'm more into mustard.
Well,
I don't
that's
know.
probably something they didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I eat mustard on my corn dogs, you guys.
Hey, that's
See,
hot.
she is.
Well, you heard it here
y'all.
first.
That's good.
I do like food, though. I do like
Good.
food. I could not live without chocolate,
Ooh.
French fries.
Dark chocolate or just the regular milk chocolate?
I like both.
Okay.
I
You
like
had
an array of
chocolate?
chocolate.
An
You had
array of
chocolate
chocolate.
bacon yet?
Oh my gosh. Okay, this is my treat on the show. I would go buy these chocolate bacon candy bars. And me and Sarah Potenza, the girl on the show with the
Yes,
glasses,
yes.
we would share them in our room.
Oh, cute.
There you go. I've never told anyone that.
So when venues get you, instead of the green M&Ms,
That's right.
I want the
please-
bacon chocolate.
I knew
Bacon
it.
chocolate.
It's
That's
true.
it. Anything else? You are absolutely adorable and fun. Is
You
there,
guys are adorable and fun.
Thanks. Is there anything else you want to tell the audience before we go?
Oh man, I'm just grateful. I'm grateful to be here, and I'm so grateful to my fans for voting me through and
Nice.
getting me where I am. You know,
You're so
I'm
humble
really
and
blessed.
The best of
You
luck
are.
to you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
So nice to
you,
meet you,
Megan.
ladies.
And
Thank
we'll be right
you.
back.
Cause I'm free.
Oh, free falling?
Stop.
That's the next line.
We get to know our patients and have more of a personal relationship with them. More one-on-one patient care and spend a little more time with the patients, which is something that really drew me to the profession.
That's the definition of primary care, to get to know the patient, get to know all of their medical conditions, everything that's going on with them.
After seeing them in the office, I keep taking care of them in the nursing home.
I feel like I come to work just to provide patient care.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we've been waiting for. I mean, you don't know how long we've been waiting, but we've been waiting for this guy right here. And we were told he likes fun. I don't know if he's making it up. It's a bit, I don't know. Craig Wayne Boyd. When you got three names, you're something, Julie.
You are. I mean,
Usually it's serial killers, but I'm not one.
Oh, you're not one.
They ever call you CW?
Just
CWB?
never late for dinner. I don't care what you call me.
Okay. CWB. All right, listen.
You have made America crazy.
When I look in the mirror, I see this guy that had short, spiky hair and glasses that was scared of everybody.
Seriously, back in Mesquite, you were?
That
Were
was
you
me.
shy?
I was.
Were you?
I guess now I put on the costume and I go out there and I do my thing, and I've started realizing how much it means to people what we have to say, and,
Yes.
and that's a big responsibility, especially coming off of a show like we've been on.
You know what it is? I'm telling you, it's what you deliver that makes us go crazy and support you like you do. I mean, it's what you do that makes us do what we do and feel.
Well, then I guess it's just a continuous cycle.
It
because
is.
That's the way I feel.
I'm going to be honest. If we don't take off the costumes, I'm not going to be able to take any of us seriously.
I can't, because
I can't even listen to what you're saying. You know, I'm like, what are you saying?
keeping the
Here, I'll sit this over here.
Okay, listen. How do we look? Let's look at the big mirror. Look at him. See right in front
This
of you.
hair ain't gonna go anywhere. I got
it.
so much hairspray on it. I
It's
promise
good.
you.
It's
Aquanet.
I'll tell you the part of your story that stood out in my mind, and I just loved this, and immediately I was cheering for you. The little clip where you were a dad, you had your kid with you, you know, and you're like, I just want to do something. I want to do it for him. And that, to me, at that point, I was like, there's your winner.
There's your winner right there. And he sings too.
Yeah,
Besides
he
being
does.
an incredible
Yeah,
dad.
in fact, I this morning I dropped him off at the house. He went on the road with me this past week, and it's still about that.
Yeah.
It was great. We were setting up the stage, and I'm trying to remember where we were at. I believe we were in Branson, Missouri.
Okay.
And the drum riser was up there, and he hops up there with his sunglasses on, and he grabbed one of the mics that wasn't plugged in yet. He's like, Dad, this is my size stage.
Aww.
You can have the rest.
Oh, isn't that cool? Did you bring him out during the show? Have you done that yet?
He actually fell asleep, so he didn't get to make it
So
out
he
there.
gets it? He understands what's happening?
He says when I put my jacket on, it's like, that's Craig Wayne Boyd.
Does he?
Otherwise, I'm Dada.
Okay, Dada. Is that not just the best feeling in the world?
It is. You know, one day he'll understand exactly why I'm doing what I'm doing. But, you know, for now, it's at least he's able to separate the two.
Yeah.
And that, you know, I'm not just that guy that's on stage,
Right.
where I'm not just Dada. He understands that part now, which
Right.
is, he didn't understand that before.
Tell us your life now since winning The Voice. Tell us what's going on with you. Is it just a whirlwind?
I have been told not to use that exact word, but I'm going to use it.
Whirlwind.
It's been a whirlwind. That's the best way to describe it, because that's exactly what it is.
Especially when you're like, what city was I in last night?
Aren't
you
you
know what?
just pulled? I mean, go here, go there.
We got back in the town at 8:30 this morning, was back signing autographs at 10 a.m., and then we're heading out at midnight tonight.
Wow.
What is that? I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. Exactly.
Let's go back to my favorite episode. When you sung The Old Rugged Cross, I cried like a baby. It was just so beautiful. And you know what? My Facebook blew up with all 3,000 of my friends going, oh my gosh, did you see that performance? Wow. How did you feel when that last note was hit?
I felt like I was watching myself from up here when that performance happened. I had chosen to do that because I come to realize I've been in Nashville, Tennessee for 10, 11 years.
Yeah.
And I guess I'd gotten to the point that I thought I was the one that was trying to make it all happen. And when it didn't happen, then I blamed myself and upset, and then I would try to go out and do it again, but never looked for the help from above. And,
That's right.
And it was on the show that light bulb came above me. It was like, hey, wait. Guess what?
I am in charge. That's right.
It's not in my hands. It's somebody else's.
That's somebody else is in charge.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he said. He's like, I'm in charge.
That's right. That's right.
Quit trying to do it yourself. And so I felt like it was time to pay homage to the one that was in charge. And whether you believe that way or not, that's the way I felt. And so I felt like it was time to pay homage to the one.
So that was all your idea, or was it a collaboration of sorts?
It was a collaboration. I brought the idea to Blake, and he fought for me to be able to do that.
I mean, because sometimes you got to be careful with the audiences that don't feel like.
No, I think Blake's real. Look, as long as you say real.
No, he did tell me. He was like, this is going to make or break.
You sit there and look at that number and go, I can't fathom this. I can't.
I really can't.
Wow.
What a blessing.
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely.
What a blessing.
Yes.
We like to ask, we just need something. We need that little nugget that nobody else knows. Just give us a little something, because look, we're the Spiel. We like to spiel secrets.
Yeah.
Your secret, just one.
Something that no one
And not what
knows.
you had for breakfast. Give us a little bit more. A little bit more.
Look in the camera and tell them something.
Yeah.
Tell them.
One of my pastimes is being in the kitchen cooking.
Nice.
Wait, I gotta say something.
I didn't say a grill. I said in the kitchen.
In the
Wait,
kitchen.
wait. Tight jeans, beautiful smile, smells good, and cooks.
And cooks, baby.
What?
Yeah. What was it like? Is Blake cool? Cool guy?
what you see is what you get.
Okay, awesome.
All the time.
Awesome.
All the time.
And the show, is it what you see is what you get, or is it really produced, overly produced?
I wouldn't say that it's overproduced.
Okay.
It's one of those shows that they really do allow you to be yourself. That's one thing that I had really enjoyed about being on the show.
Yeah.
Was that I was able to tell my story.
Awesome. Yeah.
Unadulterated,
Yes, you were.
just able to put it out there, and they allow me to do that.
You know what was great about him as well? Most of the contestants, when the judges say certain things, are like, yeah, yes, thank you, thank you. This one stands up there and just goes, yep.
I realized that there was only one thing that was in my control,
Yeah.
and that was to go out and do my best every single time. And that's the only thing I had. I couldn't make people vote.
That's right. Yeah.
I couldn't do anything else. But the one thing that I could do was rehearse my butt off and go out there and try to do my best.
Good deal.
So tell us about that feeling every week when you were on another week and on another week, and just how'd that feel? I mean,
As soon as they would save me, I was focused on the next songs.
Week. Were you? Yeah.
In fact, most of the time I was the guy that was back in rehearsals that night, right after making it through. So it was just a constant, not much different than what it is now.
Yeah.
It's like just 20-hour days and go at it again.
now the songs that you sung every week after week after week, did you get to have input on those?
I did.
Did you?
And I really tried to choose songs that had they not ever been recorded, that would have been songs that I would have put on an album.
Okay.
Like You Look So Good in Love.
Absolutely.
Is that not the greatest song in the world?
It's one of my favorites.
Yes.
Between that one and then the attitude side of like Keep Your Hands to Yourself, they're fun and playful.
Yes.
Not much different than that hat over there.
All right, you got it.
I'm ready.
Yep.
Fast forward, ready?
Fast or fun? Is it going to be Fast Fun 4?
We're going to be Fast Fun 4.
Okay.
Chinese or Mexican?
Mexican.
This is my favorite. Now, when you give the answer to this one, look in the camera, okay? Boxers or briefs?
'Cause I'm free.
Oh, free falling?
Stop.
That's the next line.
As he looks in the camera like,
That's
what?
the next line.
Okay.
Okay. Haggard or Jones?
Haggard.
Beach or mountains?
Beach.
And I'm throwing an extra one in, okay? Ciara, little makeup artist, and she cute as a bug. Are you ready? Red, white, or blue?
Blondes, redheads, blue hair, brunettes, dark hair.
I like black boots.
Look at him, such a gentleman.
So safe.
Refraining, that's awesome.
We wish you the very best.
Well, thank you so much.
Was there anything you wanted to get out we didn't ask you about?
CraigWayneBoyd.com. There you go.
There it is.
CraigWayneBoyd.com. Go there. You find all things Craig Wayne Boyd. Twitter.
That's it.
What is it?
LinkedIn,
Facebook, all of that
YouTube,
What do you
all
mean?
of it.
What is it? Facebook?
My book.
Instagram, my book. He's on
I do
MySpace.
it all.
He's on MySpace.
There's so many.
Are you
There's
still
like
on MySpace?
Digital Rodeo. I actually do have a MySpace.
Stop. Do you? That's hilarious. And
That's
Pinterest.
funny.
He's on
Make it
Pinterest
funny.
with his recipes from the kitchen. Love that.
Come on.
Next time you come to Southern Illinois, which you're going to on tour, come and spiel it in our kitchen. Put this on.
That's hot. Yeah.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Come on. Again, thank you so much.
Thank y'all so much.
Absolute joy.
Y'all rock.
And we'll be right back. You know, this is what we've been reduced to.
That's right.
When you're spending this much time in green rooms waiting for whomever to come in, they come in, they go out, they come in, they're like, you wait. You stay here, you wait for us.
And we've just gone bonkers. I mean, look at us. Look at us. We're sweaty. We're tired. It's been a crazy weekend in Nashville for CMA Fest 2015. And we found these in the green room, and I said, hey, let's go out in style. No, tell them where we got them. I'm lying.
We just ripped Craig Wayne Boyd off. We ripped him off. He had a fan party upstairs, and he was using all these things to take pictures.
Because he's fun.
Yeah, we sent Thomas upstairs to just rip him off.
And we took
this is his stuff.
This is his stuff.
All the decor.
Craig Wayne Boyd from The Voice. This is his hat.
He's good.
Oh my gosh.
Listen, we promised you some trivia. We like to teach people things on the Spiel, don't we?
Yeah. You're putting on your cheaters on TV?
I am. Listen, I had to trade my cool glasses for my cheaters, and here's why. 8008, Matt. Okay, see how
there it is, Matt, on television. That's Matt's code if you ever find his phone.
Listen, everybody likes trivia, right?
Okay.
We've heard different numbers as far as the attendance this year. We've heard, 55,000, 80,000. We know there were like 71,000. This is 2012. Apparently, I should get some more current stats.
You really should.
I should. But what we discovered today, we've already talked about this, fans from all 50 states And we're talking dozens of countries.
Oh, yeah, like the guy that's sitting next to me today at lunch, Norway.
Yeah. And they're here because you've got hundreds of artists performing. We found that out. You know, we're here to interview Craig Wayne Boyd. We had the gal from The Voice come on.
Meghan Linsey.
Meghan Linsey's here.
You know what's going to happen? I'm telling you folks right now.
What is it?
This is going to go to the cutting board. You aren't going to, you're going to look at this film and think,
Are you saying
I
I'm
wore these
ugly
glasses.
with my glasses?
I never said that. It's just,
Look, it's a fact of life. You get old.
when you
get
put
older.
these on, you start getting the discount at Denny's. When you start wearing these, you are in a new category.
Hey, for all you people who wear readers, Juli at Spielon.com. Look,
You will now get the free eggs for $1.99. Look at you.
it's either this or have Matt hold this out here. But hey, the other
Hey,
thing,
I want you to look in the light.
I can't.
How do you
They're dirty.
see?
They're dirty.
They're
Listen,
dirty.
okay, I got more to show you here. When did Fanfare move to downtown, away from the fairgrounds? Right?
1998.
That is incorrect.
When was it?
It was 2001.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Fanfare became CMA Music Fest in what year?
1998.
Nope, 2004.
Okay.
You missed it again.
Okay.
And this was interesting because they only mentioned one artist, Waylon Jennings' final Fanfare appearance.
Oh, he didn't stick around very long. I say 1998.
99. Very good, Julie. And this blew me away. In 1996, Garth Brooks signed autographs for
23 hours straight.
no breaks. No breaks. I bet you he was
No
wearing
breaks.
readers.
Not Garth.
think?
No, he doesn't
No?
get the 99-cent eggs at Denny's.
I don't even know where that came from. Listen, we have had a blast, and you know our work isn't done here. I mean, we'll just continue to wait until the artists decide that they're ready.
But we're going to leave you with the word of the day, even though we're in Nashville, wearing silly garb.
Yes. Ethereal.
Right?
Yes. Is that right, Gallison? Okay, ethereal. Do you know what that means? It means beyond earth-like. It's like angelic, perfect, fun, good time,
Fun.
great place.
Better than real life.
Better than real life.
That's what this is.
Okay, let's ready? Let's do it.
Yeah. It's not an A. It's a. Ethereal.
Like the eggs at Denny's?
Ethereal.
Eggs
Ethereal.
at Denny's? Okay, ready?
Ethereal. Ethereal.
Ethereal.
Better than earth, better than life, better than this.
And you know what? That's what this weekend's been with you.
That's right. Thank you so much. We'll see you again next time.
My name is Brian Williams. I teach 2 of the online courses in the Marine Technology Department. It's a 2-year degree, so they're able to complete their courses while they're out on the river, and then they can progress in their degree program.
Most of these students are working out there in the industry, and they're out on the river.
This college really works with each individual. The return out of your investment is well worth the effort.
The Spiel.